Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back to True Squadron. And today we're showing off my LEGO Star Wars 2020 Clone Army. Now I've been collecting this for a while now, and the Clone Army is probably one of my favorite things to collect out of everything in LEGO Star Wars. So I can't wait to show you off this today. This has over 800 minifigures and has a ton of vehicles and stuff like that. So let's get into showing off my LEGO Star Wars Clone Army. Okay guys, let's first start off with my regular Phase 1 Clone Troopers, which are the front part of my army here. Absolutely love these guys. And the first couple squares here of 25 are my realistic style versions, which I absolutely adore. Probably one of my favorite Clone Troopers of this whole army, and I definitely want to get more in the future. So this contains the first 3 squares right here, and this square here actually contains a couple of the animated versions, which I have a couple more squares of these guys because I got a ton of these guys back in the day in the original clone battle pack that came out from the Clone Wars. It came with 3 of these dudes, and I absolutely love these guys. I don't really use them in mocks anymore and stuff like that, but they contain a ton of nostalgia in my eyes. So we have a couple squares of 25, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's awesome. Got like about 150, a little bit more of them, so that is really cool. Love those figures. And if we move all the way over here, we have some Phase 1 clone officer types. And a couple of these guys have Firestar toy arms. Like right here, we have a commander, we got a captain, we have another lieutenant there, we have a couple of lieutenants, and then a sergeant there has some. I definitely want to get more arms for them as well. I just got one of each to see how they looked, and I absolutely love them. So we have a couple more sergeants right here, and then we have the original Phase 1 Clone Troopers. We have about 7. I actually have another one over there, so that's really cool. These guys bring a ton of nostalgia back, and I actually got these recently in the past maybe 2 or 3 years, so those are really a nice find for my collection. And if we kind of move back here, we have more of my kind of animated Clone War style with the Eth Troopers. Gotta love these, really cool green and yellow look to them. They're really great. As well, we have the Clone Gunners taking up another square with, again, that kind of missing figure over there with the first generation Phase 1 Clone Trooper. And on the other side here, we have another group of 25 of these Gunners. And again, I got most of these guys in the Clone Battle Pack, so those guys are awesome. So if we move back over here, we have actually some Bomb Squad Troopers which came in a battle pack as well. I have 2 squares of these guys, got about 50 or so. I actually got a little bit more in the very back there that just don't fit. And then we have some Arf Troopers. These guys are really sweet. I remember when these guys came out, absolutely love these guys. This guy actually over here has a custom pauldron. And in the back here, these guys actually have blue arms because I tried to give them kind of a 501st Arf Troopers. So that is really cool. So guys, here's the front part of my army, which is the Phase 1 part of the army. Gotta love them. Gotta love the Phase 1 Clone Troopers. They look sweet in army formation. So let's move on to the Phase 2 now. Now the Phase 2 got a big jump in my army with the new 501st Battle Pack, which I actually did a video on showing off my 501st army. So if you haven't seen that, you can kind of see this right here. So we have a group of 25 of these 501st Clone Troopers. They look sweet. And a lot of them have the custom Firestar toy arms as well, with kind of the shoulder pads and stuff. It gives us a ton more detail. So we have 3 squares. We got 1, we got 2, and then we got 3 over there. Most of those guys have the arm printing right there. So those guys are really cool. And then right here we have the original 501st Clone Troopers, which I have a little bit more back there. And I think I have another one somewhere back there. No, I actually don't. Oh wait, there he is. He's in the very back. But yeah, those are the original ones. I have a couple of them. Really sweet figures. I definitely do like the new ones a lot more though. So if we move on to the next couple of squares, we have the 501st Jet Troopers, of course, that came in the battle pack, and more of those regular first generation, I guess you could say, of the 501st Troopers. And then kind of moving on to the more, I guess you could say, realistic style of the Episode 3 or Phase 2 Clone Troopers. We have the 212th Attack Battalion Troopers with Firestar toy arms, and they all have them. I made sure to get all of them all suited up and looking the best they possibly can. So we have 1 square of 25, and then we have even more back here. So these guys are absolutely amazing. Probably one of my favorite Phase 2 Troopers overall. Super cool. So if we move from these guys and we move over, and we have more of the realistic style Phase 2 Clone Troopers. Now these guys are the regular ones, and they're actually really hard to find. Luckily I got a ton of those turbo tanks back in the day when they first came out, so that's why I have so many of these regular Phase 2 Clone Troopers. I love these guys. I definitely hope LEGO comes out with a battle pack containing these figures right here, but I do have 20 of them. Super awesome figures. One of my prized possessions in my collection. And then we have 3 Gunners, and then of course 2 more of the 501st Troopers. Now if we move on from them, we have the Kashyyyk Scout Troopers, and these are such a cool figure. I love these guys, And I remember when the battle pack came out and going to the Lego store and just like being amazed at these guys. I never would have thought Lego would have came with a battle pack with them, and they did. And hopefully they come out with another set of like battle packs with these guys. You can never have enough of these Kashyyyk Troopers. Super cool. So they have a square right here, and then we have a little bit more on this square, and then we have the phase 2 versions with the camo and the green visors that came in the battle pack as well. Before I get and move up anymore, let's look at these Airborne Troopers, which I have a section right there and a section right here, and some of these guys are containing the kind of Geonosian style Airborne Troopers. But I do have all these guys. I'm glad I have all these Airborne Troopers. They're super cool as well. And now let's kind of move up to this section right here, which contains some of the Ahsoka Troopers containing custom arms. And those guys are awesome. Glad I have 4. Definitely want to get more in the future. And the other guys right here are different variations of the clone pilot. We have kind of the episode 3 versions right here with all different kind of color schemes. We have kind of the V-Wing versions, and then we have some custom Clone Trooper helmets there from Clone Wars Customs, kind of giving the Clone Wars, I guess, Phase 1.5 kind of pilots. And then we have kind of the realistic style Phase 1 pilots, and then the animated Clone Wars versions. And then we have the really old Episode 3 original versions of the clone pilots. So now let's look at the final 3 sections of the 25 figures in each. Now this first little section here is kind of a bunch of random ones. We have some Arf Troopers here in the front. We have like about 7 of them. Really cool figures. I actually love these guys. Only Arf Trooper Legos ever made, so definitely special. And then we have some of the different kind of Arf Troopers with the different kind of colors on them, with the kind of the dark red matching the Arf Troopers. Really cool, or matching the Arc Troopers. Really cool as well. And then we have some of the older style clones. We have some Recon clones, and then we have some 327th Star Corps clones with the guys at Custom Pauldron as well. We have another 501st Clone Trooper there, another old school pilot, and we have an old school Kashyyyk Trooper. That guy used to be one of my favorite figures of all time before this guy came out, but definitely awesome to have them. And then we have some of the 442nd Siege Battalion Troopers, which are really neat and the only ones Lego's ever made before, so those guys are really awesome. And then we have some more of our kind of old school classic episode 2 or episode 3 style Clone Troopers. We have some regular white ones here, as well as some bunch of Shock Troopers as well. And I actually have a lot more of these guys, but I actually customized a bunch of them when I was younger and sharpied them, which I'll get to that in a minute. Now guys, let's look at the final square of Clone Troopers. Now these guys are the mostly named Clone Troopers and kind of officers and such like that. Now this guy right here is of course Captain Rex, our Phase 2 version, and he has custom arm printing, which is really cool, from Firestar Toys as well. See on the blue there. Then we have the Phase 1 animated version of him as well. We have a custom Arc Trooper Jesse, a Commander Cody, Commander Fox. We have a Commander Gree. We have a custom Clone Trooper Commander right here. He's kind of the commander of all of these clones back here. Got him for that specific reason. Got him a long time ago, but he's really cool as well. We have a custom Commander Wolf, which looks really amazing. I love that print right there. It looks super awesome. A custom Commander Blackout, which I actually did a video on. Commander Neo. We have Commander Gree, Phase 2. And actually we have 4 of these Wolfpack Troopers with custom Clone Wars custom helmets. Really awesome to have them. We have a custom Black Clone Commando. We have 2 more Commandos right there that are really awesome. Some more of those kind of Clone Troopers. And then 4 more Bomb Squad Troopers and another regular Phase 1 animated Trooper. So yeah, these are all of my clone minifigures. And I actually have some more, which I'll show you right now. So I opened up this bin here, and I have a bunch of these custom clones that I made when I was younger that I sharpied up. And I have a ton of like our regular Phase 1 animated clones. We have a bunch of other like sharpied Phase 2 clones, the original ones. That's what I was talking about. I did a ton of this to all my clone troopers back in the day. Make some clone commandos, all sorts of stuff. But you can check out a video I did on all of these, which are kind of like my past childhood creations. So I have a bunch here that I just don't want to include with the rest of the army. Yeah, that is all of my clone troopers, and I gotta say it's pretty epic. I know it's not the biggest on YouTube, but it's nothing to scoff at either. Really love this clone army. Looks great kind of in this formation right here. Gotta love it. Now let's get into the vehicles. So I have vehicles kind of spread out on both sides of the table. I actually didn't have enough room to put all of them on there, so we'll get to that in a minute. But of course we have 4 gunships on here. I have all 3 versions of the Republic gunships, one being right there. We have the 2013, 2008, and then 2002? Wait, when did that come out? I remind me in the comments when this clone gunship came out, but this is the first original one. Glad I got that. And then I have a custom gunship from Brick Vault, and it's really awesome. Love this model. Definitely be building more of these in the future. And then as well, we have 3 ATTEs. which we have all 3 versions as well. Got down to the smaller, more detailed, the newest one from 2013, 2008, and then whenever that one came out, like 2002, I believe, whenever Attack of the Clones came out, or somewhere around there. This is definitely the ugliest version, but it's nostalgic, and I have to say, if I could choose anyone, I would choose this one. It's not as big, I don't think it's not as minifigure scale, but I do love the detailing on that one. Then, of course, we have the infamous AT-OT. Gotta love the AT-OT. It's a little damaged, missing some parts, but still overall in good condition. Gotta love that. Very, very popular ship right there. So if we go to the other side of the table, we actually have 6 AT-APs, 3 of the older ones, and then we have 2 of the kind of newer ones in the back there, and the very newest one from 2019 right there. So as you can see, I love my AT-APs. Got 6 of them, and then we have 2 turbo tanks. One is the older one, which is the much better one in my opinion, I think from 2011, and then the newest one, which is way smaller. Definitely love the newest one way more. As you can see, there's a major scale difference there, but still not minifigure scale for the bigger one, but that would cost so much money to make one of those, but I will want to do that in the future. So guys, that's all the stuff on my table right now, but I have a ton of other Republic vehicles I can show you all right now. So here we go. I have some more on my shelf right here that just didn't fit on the table. We go down very first. We have 3 swamp speeders. One's like the older one, and then we have 2 of the kind of newer ones. And then we have 3 of these Republic tanks. These guys are really, they're saber tanks, I should say. These guys are awesome. Actually do like these smaller ones, the minifigure scale, more versions of these guys than the bigger original ones. Love that set. And then we have 2 of the old classic ATRTs and the newest 20th anniversary one. And if we move up here, we have actually 2 ARC 170s. Absolutely love this fighter. One of my favorite starfighters in Star Wars for sure. Hope LEGO comes out with another one, but you have 2 right there. I actually have 2 more that are just broken down right now. I have them in bags actually, so there's 2 right there. Have a little bit more that are not built right now. Of course, we have a Republic attack shuttle, 2 V-Wings. We have Anakin Starfighter, Obi-Wan Starfighter, Ahsoka Starfighter, and the other version of Anakin Starfighter right there, as well as our Republic dropship, another famous one that went with AT-OT. Got to love this sucker right here. Looks amazing. And as well, we have the speeder bike with Cloud Car that came with the Captain Rex. Gotta love it. And if we go up even more, we have some of our classic ATRTs. These guys are the original ATRTs that came out with the 501st Troopers, not the Battle Pack versions. I do have the one Battle Pack version made, but I didn't really feel like building those. And then we have a V19 Torrent up here. Gotta love that set. Hopefully they come out with more. And an older Anakin Starfighter. Then we have a couple more of the Republic vehicles. We have the 2 larger Republic fighter tanks right there. And then we have, of course, the Venator. Gotta love the Venator. It's a little destroyed right now, but actually it's not the best set ever. Like, I actually really loved it when I was little, but looking back at it now, don't really love it as much. And then we have Obi-Wan's like hyperspace ring. And if you want to include some battle pack builds, I actually have a ton of them up here. The classic like clone battle pack one right there, and we have a ton of speeders as well, kind of up here with some swap speeders. Those guys are kind of up on the very top of my shelf, so I don't see those very often. It's actually a custom one I made a long time ago, combining a couple of the walkers together, so that was really cool. But yeah, guys, this is all of my clone army. I hope y'all enjoyed. Now, I'm actually going to have a giant announcement tomorrow of my new mock building series, guys, and that will definitely include a lot of these clones. So if you want to know more about that, please like and subscribe down below. And also let me know what is your favorite LEGO Clone Trooper minifigure they've ever made. I'm really curious what y'all think. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.